Hi guys, welcome back to We Gonna Talk About It. It's your girl Kenyatta and I'm here with you today. Hi guys, how are you doing? How has your day been going? Have you done something productive already? I have. I'm so ready to go home. I've been at work today and I've been like literally just so lazy. I don't know what happened, but anyway, I'm gonna get some energy. I don't know where I'm gonna get it from. I maybe need to drink a Red Bull. I gotta do something. But today's topic at hand is when you're out and about and you have your children with you. Let's use a baby for instance. Let's say you're out and about, you're in the grocery store, you have your little baby who's not even 1 years old. You know, he or she is in one of those little carriers, you have them in the cart. You turn around for 1 minute to get something off the shelf. You turn back around and there's a lady playing with your baby. Do you let strangers touch your baby? Do you do that? Do you let strangers who you don't even know touch your baby? Why do people do that? I don't like it when I see people touching people's baby. First of all, when my son was a baby, I never let people touch him that I did not know. You know, I understand people think the babies are so cute and stuff. And you know how you be like, oh, he's so cute. And then you go to touch him. I smack your hand and be like, no, don't touch my baby. Oh, he's so cute. That's what you get. Don't touch my baby. I don't even know you. I don't know where your hands been. I don't know if you've been digging in your hiney, digging in your nose, digging in your ear, digging anywhere you ain't supposed to be digging, and then you touching my baby. Don't do that. People have to, you have to be considerate of people's space. That's what I'm saying. I'm a very touchy-feely person. Like, I love to hug people and kiss people and doing all that. But guess what? Some people are not receptive to that. Like I said, you need to ask people sometime. I know it might sound weird, but it's better you asking me, can I touch your baby just for a minute? Ask me. I'll tell you no, and then you can put your hand down. You don't have to do that. Guys, this is me. All the time we have little babies coming into the office. We all go crazy when we see them. Like we stop as soon as we hear little baby. We stop what we doing. We going to find where this little baby noise coming from. I always keep my hands behind my back because I know it's so often that you just want to touch them. Like you want to touch the babies. So I keep my hands behind my back or I hold them in front of me, like hands holding each other. So I remember not to touch this person's baby. It's okay to be like, oh, so cute and all that. But you need to stand a couple feet away too, because sometimes spit be coming out of people's mouth. You don't want spit going into your baby's mouth. You don't know where that person's spit been. You know what I'm saying? It's too much germs out here now, and you can't be doing that. I watched a lady and she was letting this woman just play with her baby that she did not know this lady. Obviously the lady was asking her, oh, how old was her baby, like we asking her all these things. That's all and good, but while she's touching him, like, you can't do that. First of all, people have bad aura on them sometimes, like bad juju. Don't put your bad juju on my baby. I don't know if you some kind of molester or it could be anything. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, you can't do that. You need to ask permission to be touching people's kids. You can't do that. And what if this person's trying to steal your baby? Like, you doing all that laughing and carry on and still putting stuff in your cart and your back is turned. That lady could be done ran off with your baby. She might be some kind of crazy woman that can't have kids or something. You know what I'm saying? And she go stealing people's kids. How do you know she's not one of those? Like, you gotta, don't be letting people touch your babies. People hands be dirty. Do you know your hands carries the worst bacteria on your whole body? Your hands is the worst, dirtiest bacteria holder on your body is your hands. That's because we touch everything. You yeah, Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. People like to say people funny with their kids. That's not being funny. You know what I'm saying? I could go cough or something in my hand and then see somebody's baby and be like, oh, he's so cute. And in that same hand, I done forgot that I coughed in it and I'm touching this lady's baby. No, that's unacceptable, guys. That is unacceptable. Now, and that is not being funny about your child. And if that person think that you ain't being funny, that's their business. They just gonna have to think I'm being funny then. Because I didn't allow that. Yeah, my family could touch my baby and stuff and be like, oh, googly goggly, doing all that nonsense. Yeah, that's permitted by my family. And even them, I'd be like, did you wash your hands? Like, seriously, you don't want your baby to get germs. Babies get sick and then you stuck with them all night while they hooting and hollering because somebody done gave them a germ or gave them a cold that they had. You know, baby hacking now all night and you the one that's up with this baby. They gone already. You know, because you don't know them. No. Do not let people touch on your baby like that. You don't know what kind of juju they got on them. You don't know what kind of germs is in their hand. Let me tell you something, guys. This is just real talk here too. If, seriously, like, my hands are dirty right now. You know why they dirty? Because I have touched a million things before I got to this car. I have touched the door. I have touched the door to get out the building. I have touched my cup, which was on my desk. I touched my desk, my computer. I got in this car. I touched the outside of the car. I have touched about 10 things before I actually got in this car. What do you think if I go and touch somebody's baby now? I don't care if I don't even touch him in the face. And the worst place, I'm telling you, that the person could be touching your baby is the feet and the hands. You know why? What babies do? Little babies, what they do? They put their hands in their mouth and their feet in their mouth. They do that. So now whatever I had on my hand, people, is in that baby's mouth. Yeah, I said it. That is nasty. Stop touching people, babies. If you one of them people, you think babies are so cute. We all do. Do not touch people's baby unless you get permission. Don't just go touching people, baby, and stay out people, baby face. Why you all down in the carrier like this? That baby don't know you. You all down in the baby face. You don't need to do that. You could admire that baby from a little distance, okay? Believe me, I know they are so freaking cute. You just wanna, love them up. But you can't do that when there's other people's kids. You can't. Suck on your own baby toes and stuff. Don't do that to my baby. Don't touch my baby. Guess what? When Puddin was little, and my mother used to take him to Sunday school, and he would go downstairs with the kids because the adults would be worshiping upstairs. When my mother would go downstairs and check on him, because she would go check on him, because I'd be like, Mommy, you need to check my baby. I don't know those sisters in the church. You need to check my baby. I know they're your friends, but I don't know the women. You need to check my baby, Mommy. So my mother would go downstairs and check on him. And when he would see her, he would go to her and say, Grandma, she took me to the bathroom. Grandma, he would tell everything. You know why? Because I had trained him that way. Like, nobody needs to take you to the bathroom. And he would say, no, my mommy said no. And if you got in his face and you was doing all that good God, he'll slap you. He would slap you. Like that big old 13-pound boy, he'd take that fat hand and he'd slap the mess out of you. And my mother would be embarrassed, but I'd be telling him, he don't like when people in his face. Some people breath stink too. Let's get back on the stinky stuff. People breath stink. Don't be blowing your stinky breath all over my baby. No. Your breath smells. And I can't tell you that. You know, I don't want to be rude. So you need to do a smell test if you're going to get in my baby's face. Do a smell test. See if your breath stink, because I don't want you down there in his carrier, with your hot breath. Come on now, people. We got to use our heads here. This is serious. Babies are very, prone to immune system that is not as good as ours, We got to watch out for them. This is not a joke. This is serious. I saw it, this little girl and this little boy getting mauled in the grocery store. Like, come on. Yeah, we always saying he and she was cute. They was twins. They was so cute, guys. They was in the little carriers. You know how they make them for twins where they together. It was one blue and one pink. So cute. The lady had the carriers inside the cart. She must have been picking up just a couple things because she was using the top of the cart like for her little bread and her eggs that she was putting there. You couldn't imagine how many people kept coming to that cart just saying how cute that baby was. I'm telling you, one lady, she act like that was her grandkids. I don't care how old she is. She must have been about 80 years old. But listen here. 80 years old, 70, 60, I don't care how old you are. Don't touch my baby. Don't touch him. Just because you old don't mean you don't carry germs. You carry germs. Okay? Don't do that. You be taking out your false teeth everywhere, putting them in a cup, put them back in your mouth, and then you gonna touch my baby? Don't do that. Don't do that. You down in the carrier doing all that, and your teeth fall out on my baby, then what? Don't do that. Don't do that, people. This is uncalled for. Just tell me that my baby is cute and keep it moving. That's all. That's why, you know what? I think this is why sometimes I see women in the store, and I bet you this is why they do it. They be having them carriers where the whole thing come down on top of the baby. You can't even see the baby. There's like a little box in there just for the mother to look in there and see, make sure the baby's okay, pacify it and fall out. But I bet you that's what that's for, because too many people be in their baby face and they leave their baby up in there. The baby could still breathe. It got some kind of holes on the top or something for the baby to breathe air. But I'm telling you, you can't just be hugging people's kids like that. Don't do it. Guys, what do you think? Drop them comments. Are you letting strangers touch your baby like that? Are you letting their hot breath? It's so cute. Oh, baby, so cute. Are you letting their hot breath get in your baby face? Are you doing that? Nah, my people's not doing that. We funny about our kids. Yeah, I said it. So if you think you getting up in my baby face, and yeah, he was cute because he was so fat. Guys, when I tell you Pudding was so fat, he was so fat. Pudding was big, okay? When I took him to his first visit, he was like already 15 pounds. This boy we was giving him cereal. Like my cousins and them, they would sneak. Especially my cousin Dana. She would make his bottle so thick. He'd be like this, like having a hard time even sucking the milk out the bottle. She had made the cereal so thick, but he loved it. Every time she would come get him right after work, and she'd be like, "Where's Pooch?" She would call him Pooch. And honey, he would just love to be sitting up in her arms. She would hold him for hours. It was disgusting how spoiled he was. It was disgusting. And honey, yes, my cousin could kiss him all in his face. Because I know she done washed her hands. She took a shower. She done did everything she needed to do before she came down to get my baby. He ain't never got sick because of my family. But honey, strangers, they can't do that. No. Guys, drop them comments. Let me know if you letting stranger danger touch your babies. Are you letting them touch your babies? I don't care where they touching them. Don't touch the blanket. Don't touch nothing. Don't let them touch nothing, guys. Don't do it. And when they get near, I'm telling you, when they hands start going in there and they didn't ask you, slap it down. Give them a spanking so that they'll know you don't want you to touch. They're going to know you don't want them to touch your baby once you do that. I'll make your hands sting. Do not touch my baby. Nobody gave you permission to do that. Anyway, guys, drop comments. I needed to talk about this because I saw it. You know, when I see something, I brings it to my peoples. Because I want to hear your comments. Because you know I be thinking I'm cuckoo sometimes, like I'm crazy. But I'm not crazy. I'm just really particular. That's all. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So, people, that's our topic of the day. Drop them comments. Let me know if you letting strangers touch your baby. Are you letting strangers kiss on your baby? Are you letting them put that bad juju on your baby? Girl, you better plead the blood. Guys, I love you. My break is almost over. Your girl is rushing to get this out. But you know I had to make time for my peoples. Because that's what I do. I make times for my peoples. Who else gonna do it? Who else gonna do it? And if y'all making time to watch me, I can make time for my people, okay? So people, you know what you got to do. You got to hug. You got to kiss. You got to love on each other. You got to tell people that you love them. You got to apologize if you are wrongdoer. If somebody did you wrong, accept an apology. But don't leave this earth without doing these things, guys. Because once that person is gone, there's no doing it. There's no do-overs. There's no I'll say it tomorrow. Do it today, guys. I love you. It's your girl, Kenyatta, and we gonna talk about it. Peace out. And it's real on this side, always.